well.
Yes, sir. I have a full calendar. I'm going between two different courts at the same time. I only have three of the females for right now. Before you is, what's your name again? Ms. Vasquez. She has a 9:30 court appointment with Judge Dempsey, 9:30.
Okay. Let's see who else is on. I'm happy to go ahead and take Ms. Vasquez. It's a little after 9. So who do I have with me this morning?
Good morning, Judge Morrow. It's Ms. Champion. She's coming.
Oh, okay. So I see Ms. Nemini there. Good morning, Ms. Nemini.
Good morning, Your Honor.
And let's see, who's representing Ms. Vasquez?
What's your attorney name? Jacoby Hudson is her attorney, she says.
Okay. I don't see Ms. Hudson. Do we have anyone from? Well, I don't see courtroom 2 on, and normally the attorneys are in courtroom 2. So give them the opportunity to get on.
Okay, but if it's possible, if I can get these 3 females done.
Okay, I understand, Officer Milton. I'll do my best, okay?
All right, thank you, sir.
Judge, may I make a quick announcement on my case?
Yes.
My name is Mary Agramonte. I represent Matthew Wilson. He's the very last position on the all-purpose calendar. I just wanted to announce that we have already reached a consent bond, and it's been submitted to Judge Taylor, where his case is pending. And Ms. April Wilson confirmed this morning he's going to sign it.
Okay. And the last name is Wilson?
Wilson, yep.
And
I apologize.
Okay.
What position you are? I'm sorry, Judge Morrow. What
You're
position
fine.
is on?
I think this is positions 44 and 45, Matthew Wilson. Is that correct, Ms. Agramonte?
That's right.
Okay,
thank you.
and it's my understanding that he is the second charge was a failure to appear for a fingerprintable charge. You all have worked out a bond in that regard. As such, this will be returned to, I guess, the division judge and for a future, for all future hearings. Is that your understanding, Ms. Agramonte?
It is.
Okay, so if you will get me that bond order, I will get it signed and entered.
Okay, and Judge, just to be clear, I had sent it originally to Judge Taylor, who was the one who had
Okay.
the bench
Okay.
warrant, and his case manager did confirm that she was presenting it to him this morning. So I think we're okay as far as him signing it, if that's okay.
Okay, yes, that's fine with me.
All right, thank you, Judge. And so may I be excused on that case?
Yes, Ms. Agramonte, you have a good day.
Have a great one. Bye-bye.
Thank you. And I guess we are holding until courtroom 2 comes online. Good morning, courtroom 2.
Good morning, Judge Morrow. Sorry for coming in so late. We had a little situation.
Okay, no, you're fine. Officer Milton has informed me that she has a lot going on this morning and would like for us to take her cases first, if that's okay with you all. She has 3 that are there at ACDC.
The only thing is Ms. McLeod requested to go first. We can do Ms. McLeod's case first and then go to ACDC. That'd be fine.
Okay, that's fine. And which one is Ms. McLeod's client?
It is gonna be position.
Good morning, Your Honor. I actually have 3.
And generally what I was asking for a reset, two of my clients do not have an offer. And on Mr. Sinardu's number 1 and 2, I have already spoken to him and he wants me to reset his case so I can check on 2 other outstanding matters that he has. So I just wanted to ask if it was okay for my 3 cases, which are positions 1 and 2, position 24, and position 39 to be reset to the next calendar.
Okay, so let's start with 1 and 2. You want them reset until a week from now?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so let's see, that date is going to be October 3rd. So Aaron, position 1 and 2 is reset October 3rd.
Position 24 as well, Your Honor.
Okay,
And position
position,
39.
wait, let's do one at a time.
I'm
20.
sorry.
You're fine. I just want to make sure I get them down and that everyone hears them. Position 24. Meringue is reset for October 3rd. And what was the last position?
39, Your Honor.
And position 39. Skirin, October 3rd.
Your Honor,
Yes.
positions 1 and 2 have a offer.
This was position 24, I said.
Yeah, I'm sorry, that was an oversight. It's actually time served, Ms. McLeod.
I'm sorry?
The offer on 24 is time served. Good morning.
Okay. He has holes in jail right now. So, you know, he will not be harmed if it's set.
Okay.
Because he has 2 other holes.
Okay, all right, so those are your 3 cases, I believe, Ms. McLeod, that we've
Yes,
reset
they
all
are.
of them to October 3rd. Anything further this morning?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Okay, very good. You have a good day, Ms. McLeod.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. Francois, where would you like me to go now?
Yes, that's fine. We can go to ACDC.
Okay, and at ACDC is position number 42, Ms. Vasquez. Who's representing Ms. Vasquez?
Mike, you have Vasquez? Yes. Thank you.
Yes. I'm in court now. They did.
Oh, no. We have Ms. Vasquez here.
She's in court. They come.
What's going on? What's going on?
I don't know what's going on at the South Annex, so let's just move on.
Oh, she's at the South Annex on ACDC.
Well, ACDC, she was, but she got up and left, so. Do we have someone in courtroom 2 that we can take?
Yes, that's fine, Judge. We can do positions, is Coleman here? We're actually positions 6, 7, and 8.
I don't know where.
Oh, Coleman is not here. Okay, we can. No, not you. Okay, we can just go ahead and.
Yeah.
We can just move on. Coleman is not here, so.
That's not, mine starts with 33. I also have a case called 91011. 91011 is a plea that's CAM and CAMMON, but that's ACDC.
You have 9 through 43.
No, I have 9, 10, 11. Then I have 33 through 43. But CAM and 9, 10,
Mr.
11.
Smith. Position number 40, Mr. Smith.
So, if I may mute for just a second, Your Honor, I was just finishing up my conversation with Mr. Smith.
Okay. Officer Milton, we were just about to take Vasquez when she ran off on us. So just wanted to let you know that we were prepared to take her, but she left.
Yes, Your Honor. I spoke with her attorney, Mr. Jacoby Hudson. He said that he was gonna call you and let to have it reset for another day because she has to appear for the felony calendar with Judge Dempsey.
Okay, so they want for position 42, Ms. Vasquez to be reset.
Yes, sir.
Okay. We'll reset Ms. Vasquez for a week also to October 3rd.
So when Court to get ready, I will have Madreno, right? What's your name, young lady? And Rutledge. Whenever you're ready, they're right here. Okay.
Okay.
All right. I'll be back.
Your Honor, we were clearing up some details and understanding the state's offer in precise detail. Mr. Smith would like to enter a guilty plea negotiated.
Okay, I'm sorry. Tell me again who we have, Mr. McLean.
Mr. Smith, it starts with a T and it's spelled T-A-U-R-E something N.
This position 40, Your Honor.
40, number 40.
Thank you, Mr. Walker.
I believe it's pronounced Torian. Yeah, Torian, Your Honor. Torian.
Okay. Yes, good morning, Mr. Torian Smith. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Do you agree to have your case heard by video?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. Can you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear from the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. You can put your hand down, Mr. Smith. Good morning, Mr. Walker.
Good morning, Your Honor. The state's offer is 12 months to serve 36 days, credit for time served 18 days, balance probated with the conditions of a FVIP course, no further contact with the victim of Mr. Robert Arnold, and a stay away from 1125 Cascade Circle.
Mr. McLean?
Yes, Your Honor, those are the terms we expected to hear. No contact, stay away from a location, FVIP, and time served as the jail portion of the sentence and the remainder on probation. Because of financial circumstances that apply to just everybody, but in particular to Mr. Smith, he'll be getting out of jail. He'll need to be getting on his feet. I would ask the court to consider waiving as many months of probation, $49 a month fee as possible. That course is going to be expensive. He has no income. He's indigent.
Yes, Mr. Smith, it's my understanding that in case 23 CR 005447J, you wish to plead guilty to battery family violence. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning? You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with your counsel's representation?
Very satisfied.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty? Okay, I will accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Smith. Given your circumstances, I will waive 2 months of probation fees to help you get and stay on your feet. And when you complete the terms of the probation, it'll go to a non-reporting status. So you won't have to pay the fees. The sooner you get it done, the sooner you don't have to pay fees or be on reporting probation, okay?
All right, that sounds wonderful. Thank you so much for the time.
You're welcome, Mr. Smith. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you. Oh, he stipulated 3 elements there. Thank you.
Your Honor, position number 17, Mr. Green.
Okay,
Thank you so much.
who's representing, Mr. Green?
That would be me, Your Honor. Good morning.
Oh, good morning, Mr. Coleman. Good to see you. Let's see, is there going to be a waiver in the case?
There is. I believe I've already filed out my waivers with Ms. Champion.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Green, your case will be returned to the division judge and you'll get notification of your next hearing date, sir. Good luck to you.
Positions number 6, 7, and 8, Mr. Boatright.
Actually, those were two separate, Mr. Boatright.
So position 6 is Jamar Boatright, 7
Yeah,
and
that's a reset jail jury.
okay, so who do we? So position 6.
No, he's
Okay,
Keith
well, he can
Boatright.
sit here, I guess, if you want. Your Honor, there are two separate Mr. Boatright. Actually, do you have a brother named Keith? Or you just no relation to this?
We have, yeah, I believe there's been a mistake. I believe I have Mr. Boatright, Mr. Jamar Boatright, position number 6. I believe it's position number 6.
Yes, he's sitting right here.
No, we
Oh,
have,
sorry, okay.
This is,
This
that's
is
Keith.
Keith Boatright.
That's Keith.
yeah.
I have Jamar.
So Keith Boatright, we're doing the plea
Yeah,
on.
I believe Jamar Boatright is position number 6 and 7, not 8, not 7 and 8.
No, Jamal Boatright is just position 6. He's reset jail jury.
Okay, so just so the court understands, we're on position number 6, Mr. Jamar Boatright. Mr. Jamar Boatright, is my understanding, is it 5 South or is that not correct?
Correct.
He's on 6 South
Okay.
on 200.
Okay,
yeah,
so
he's technically 5 South. Yeah, 5 South court.
okay, so Mr. Jamar Boatright, position number 6, there's a waiver filed. He will be returned, his case will be returned to the division judge and he'll get notification of his next hearing date.
Correct.
All right, so who do we have next?
And
We
this
have-
is positions 7 and 8, Mr. Keith Boatright in courtroom 2.
Correct.
Okay, so Mr. Keith Boatright is going to take a plea this morning.
Correct.
Okay. Good morning, Mr. Keith Boatright. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state court all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Do you agree to have your case heard by video?
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Mr. Boatright, can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir. You can put your hand down. Yes, Ms. Nemini.
Yes, Your Honor. The state is asking for 12 months probation, credit for time served 15 days, balance probated, 60 hours of community service, and no further contact with APD officer Moore 5.
Yes, Mr. Coleman.
Yeah, Your Honor, we ask that the court accept the plea as negotiated. We will request that the probation terminate once Mr. Boatright has completed the community service. We would also ask that probation fees be waived for 2 months. We will stipulate to a factual basis as well as venue and ID.
Okay. Mr. Boatright, it's my understanding that in case 21 CR 002595C, you wish to plead guilty to willful obstruction of a law enforcement officer and simple battery against a police officer. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges, and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
Okay, I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Boatright. Given that the only conditions are 60 hours of community service, I'm not inclined to waive any fees, but I will terminate the probation as soon as you complete the 60 hours of community service, okay?
Okay.
All right, good luck to you, Mr. Boatright.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Your Honor, position number 19, Mr. Jacobs.
Okay. And is this also a waiver?
It is, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Jacobs, your case is going to be returned to the division judge. You'll get notification of your next hearing date. Good luck to you, sir.
Position number 14, Mr. Joshua Coleman.
This is going to be a plea.
It is, Your Honor.
Yes, good morning, Mr. Coleman. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Do you agree to have your case heard by video? Can you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir. You can put your hand down. Ms. Nemini?
Yes, Your Honor. The state is asking for 12 months to serve 32 days, credit for time served 16 days, balance probated, 60 hours of community service, and no further contact with Deputy DM Nguyen, and 6 weeks of anger management.
Mr. Coleman?
Your Honor, we'd ask that the court accept the plea as negotiated. We will request that the probation either terminated or non-reporting unless Mr. Coleman has completed the conditions. We'd also ask that probation fees be waived for a period of time. We will stipulate to a factual basis as well as venue and ID.
Mr. Coleman, it's my understanding that in case 23 CR 005460Y, you wish to plead guilty to simple battery against a police officer and willful obstruction of a law enforcement officer. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury? You don't want a jury trial, do you?
No, sir.
Okay, and you understand that by pleading guilty, you're giving up your right to a jury trial. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No.
Okay, I will accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Coleman. I will, once you complete the 60 hours of community service and the 6 weeks of anger management, I will have the probation terminate. You should be able to get through those very quickly. As such, I'm not so inclined to waive any fees at this time. Good luck to you, Mr. Coleman.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
I know we have position number, well, I believe it's an add-on, Mr. Howard. Contavious Howard.
Howard,
Yes, sir. I don't have a position number for him. I apologize.
okay.
It's a probation revocation calendar.
Oh, okay, thank you.
And just to clarify, do we have an add-on calendar? Because I need to,
I don't have.
I
an
don't
add-on
have
calendar.
one.
okay, just wanted to check.
Yeah, Howard, that's the one I'm talking.
Okay, so Mr. Howard is on the add-on probation revocation calendar. Yes, good morning, Officer Harris.
Good morning, Your Honor. How you doing?
I'm well. I hope you are as well.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Howard. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the probation revocation calendar that we're conducting by video. Do you agree to have your case heard by video?
I agree.
Okay, thank you. Yes, Officer Harris.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Howard's case is back from 2018. Probation recommendation is to give him the credit the times he served in custody so he can be released.
I take it no objection to that, Mr. Coleman?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, time served. Good luck to you, Mr. Howard.
Okay.
Judge, we can go ahead and do ACDC.
Okay, who do we have at ACDC?
Before you is Ms. Madrino.
She's just being recessed at 10-5.
Is that position 24?
27, Judge. She's just being reset to 10-5. This case is not holding her in jail.
Okay, yes, good morning, Mr. White. So she's reset for what date? Tell me again, please.
10-5.
10-5? Okay, we'll see you back on the 5th, Ms. Madreno.
All right, thank you. Go down there, have a seat with me down there. Come on. What's your name again? Tell me. Miss Wright? I don't have the calendar in front of me, Your Honor. Natasha Wright. Zachary, Attorney Zachary is her attorney, I believe. I'm not sure. Right.
Is it Latasha Wright?
Yes.
I've seen it spelled both ways with an L and an N, Your Honor. Your Honor, I was not able to see Ms. Wright yesterday, although I did on a previous date. This probably needs to be reset today for a week because our conversation we should have had yesterday was going to be necessary to discuss the interplay between this and another case. So it's important for us to have that conversation. Your Honor, I would suggest, and it involves getting hold of another lawyer. So I would suggest we reset this 1 week.
Okay, let me make sure I know who I have before me. Is this position 3 on the probation revocation calendar, Latasha Wright?
Yes.
Okay. And Mr. McLean, you're requesting a week reset to October 3rd, is that correct?
Right, I need to get hold of the other person.
Okay, you're fine. Ms. Wright, we will see you back next Tuesday.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day, ma'am.
I'll see you before then. Thank you.
Position number 16, Mr. Evans.
And this is going to be a non-negotiated plea?
Have just 1 second, Your Honor. So what did you say? Okay. Yeah, I'm ready. We're ready.
Okay, a non-negotiated plea?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay, do we have anyone on from pretrial this morning? Yes.
Yes,
Ms. Tyson.
Judge.
Yes, good morning.
Come back for me. I'm going through some of the histories because I was missing a couple. Let me make sure I have his. So just come back to me.
Okay, good morning, Mr. Evans. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Do you agree to have your case heard by video?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Can you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Okay, thank you, sir. Yes, Ms. Nimini.
Yes, Your Honor. The state is asking for 12 months to serve 30 days, credit for time served 15 days, balance probated, a FVIP course, 40 hours of community service, no further contact with Mr. Derek Hayes, stay away from 1101 Huncliffe Village Court.
Given that this is non-negotiated, Ms. Nimini, can you give me the facts, please?
Yes, Your Honor. So around 4:30 a.m., defendant striked Mr. Derek Hayes in the face, causing visible and substantial harm to his face. Officers observed visible marks to the victim's face. And I have 28 cycles. Arrest 2021 DUI, driving with license suspended, 2016 simple battery family violence, 3 probation violations, 2012 theft by taking, driving without license suspended. So for the convictions, we have a 2020 disorderly conduct, DUI from 2021, but that changed to a non-fingerable offense. Aggravated, we'll stop there.
Ms. Tyson, are you ready for me?
Yes, I can give you.
Okay, would you just
And I
give
hate to
me-
repeat it. What do you want?
Just
I'm sorry.
just give me the violent history convictions, please.
Okay. We have a disorderly conduct at Cobb County. That was from 2021. We have a lot of driving, DUIs and driving offenses. That looks like the last one, within the last 10 years, at least the violent ones. Majority of the misdemeanors are actually DUIs and driving offenses.
Okay, thank you. Yes, Mr. Coleman.
Yes, Your Honor, the objection that I had for this plea was not the jail time, but, well, because it's no extra jail time, but the domestic violence intervention program. I've had this discussion numerous times when I was before Judge Besson. These classes were really more designed for people that were in romantic relationships, domestic partners, couples with children. That does not apply to my client and the alleged victim in this case. They were not in a romantic relationship. They are not related at all. They were simply housemates. We feel that a term of anger management would be more appropriate than domestic violence intervention program for 6 months.
Okay, and I'll switch out the family violence for 12 weeks of anger management if he's wants to plead to that.
And you agree to that, sir? He's in agreement, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Evans, it's my understanding that in case 23 CR 005475Y, you wish to plead guilty to battery family violence. Is that correct?
Yes.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning? You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
No.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
There are trial dates on the calendar, or is it non-known?
No, it's unknown. The case, if you don't take a plea today, the case will be returned to the division judge and you'll get notification of your next hearing date. You have a right to a trial by jury, Mr. Evans. If you want a jury trial, then you have that right. So I'm happy to give you that opportunity. But if you plead guilty, you must know that you're giving up your right to a trial by jury. What would you like to do?
I'm guilty, I'll put it on record.
Okay, so it's my if I heard you correctly, you understand that you have a right to a trial by jury, and you understand that you're giving up your right to a trial by jury. Is that correct?
Yep.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
Nope.
I will accept the plea. Mr. Evans, the court sentence will be 12 months to serve 30 days, credit for time served 15 days, the balance probated, 12 weeks of anger management, 40 hours of community service, no further contact with Mr. Hayes, and stay away from the 1101 Hunt Cliff Village Court in Sandy Springs. When you complete the terms of the probation, I'm going to have it terminate. So the sooner you get that done, the sooner you won't be on probation, okay?
Your Honor, may probation be waived for a period of time?
I'm not so inclined. He should be able to get through the 40 hours and the 12 weeks very quickly. So, but I will have it terminate when he's done.
Thank you, Your Honor. More.
We can do ACDC, Judge.
Okay, do we have anyone at ACDC that can unmute?
Give me a second, Your Honor, I'm on my way down.
Okay.
For you, Your Honor, is Miss Rutledge. She's position 42.
Okay, thank you. Rutledge.
Good morning.
Rutledge is position 36. Is this Danique Rutledge?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yes, 35 and 36, Ms. Rutledge. Who's representing Ms. Rutledge?
I do, Your Honor, McLean.
Okay, and that's going to be a plea this morning?
I believe that is correct. Ms. Rutledge, is that a plea this morning?
Good morning.
Oh, yes, yes, it is, Your Honor.
Yes, good morning, Ms. Rutledge. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we are conducting by video. Do you agree to have your case heard by video?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you, Ms. Rutledge. Can you raise your right hand for me, ma'am? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can put your hand down. Thank you, Ms. Rutledge. Yes, Mr. Walker.
Yes, Your Honor, it's gonna be time served 24 hours, balance suspended with the condition of a stay away from 3215 Cushman Circle.
Is that a business or a residence?
1 second, Your Honor, let me check. It is an apartment complex.
Okay. And position 36 is going to be Knob Prost.
Correct, Your Honor.
Thank you. Yes, Mr. McLean.
Yes, Your Honor, with that condition of staying away from that apartment complex, she will abide. And she would like to ask the court to accept her negotiated plea.
Okay. Ms. Rutledge, it's my understanding that in case 23 CR 002565J, you wish to plead guilty to loitering and prowling. Is that correct?
Yes.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning? You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation? You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty? I'll accept your plea, Ms. Rutledge. You know, you can't go back to that Cushman Circle address, right?
No, I'm just ready to get I'm receiving and I'm ready to get home.
All right, good luck to you, ma'am.
I'm going home today.
As soon as you get processed out, you'll be going home, okay?
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Have a good day.
Your Honor,
Yes,
next I have is Ms. Robinson, position 33.
Ms. Milton, let's do 1 and 1, okay?
That's fine.
okay. Where would you like for me to go now? Do you want me to go to Ms. Robinson?
Your Honor, we'll go 1 and 1.
Okay, so you want me to go back to courtroom 2?
Yes, Your Honor, if you please.
Okay, okay. So who do we have?
Judge Morrow, I was trying to see if for Mr. Wilson Matthews, he has a private attorney, positions 44 and 45. Trying to see if their attorney is connected.
The attorney was on earlier, Francois, and they are signing a consent bond in that case. So that case was already addressed at the top of the calendar. Apparently, Judge Taylor is going to sign that consent bond this morning. It's my understanding from Mr. Wilson's attorney. So Mr. Wilson, your attorney should be getting in touch with you. There is my understanding, a consent bond that will be signed in this matter. Okay.
Thank you, Judge Morrow.
Okay, you're welcome. So you want to go back to Ms. Robinson now?
Yes, that's fine.
ACBC, okay. So let's see, 33. This is going to be an arraignment.
Yes, Your Honor, not guilty, bond is moot.
Okay, good morning, Ms. Robinson. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Do you agree to have your case heard by video?
Yes.
Thank you. Can you raise your right hand for me, ma'am? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay, you can put your hand down. Thank you. Ms. Robinson, in case 19 CR 006416F, you've been charged with loitering and prowling, stalking, and battery substantial physical harm. Each of these charges carries with it a maximum penalty of 12 months in jail and/or $1,000 fine. Do you waive formal reading of the accusation, Mr. McLean?
We do waive that, Your Honor. Thank you.
How do you plead, Ms. Robinson? Guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
We will record your not guilty plea. Your case will be returned to the division judge and you'll get notification of your next hearing date, ma'am. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Your Honor, can we do Ms. Cameron, position 9 and 11?
I don't know.
She is,
That's not a 1 and 1, but I'm happy to go wherever you all want me to.
I'm sorry, but after this one, I'm going to take the ladies back and then
Okay.
I have to go get the 2 meals. It's gonna take me a minute to get the 2 meals.
Okay, so this is positions 9 and 10, Ms. Cameron, is that right? Or 9, 10, and 11?
One of those three will be a null pros, I believe.
Okay. 19. And so we got 2 pleas and a null pros?
I believe that's correct.
Okay. Good morning, Ms. Cameron. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we are conducting by video. Do you agree to have your case heard by video?
Yes.
Thank you. Can you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. You can place your hand down. Ms. Nemini?
Yes, Your Honor. The state is asking for 12 months to serve 18 days, credit for time served 9 days, balance probated, restitution to the victim, Tim Lizzie, of $47, and a stay away from 229 Peachtree Street. Oh, I guess it's Hooters.
Okay, and for position 10?
And for position 10, give me 1 second, Your Honor. 12 months to serve, 18 days, credit for time served, balance probated, anti-theft course, restitution to the victim, Anatolia Cafe and Hookah Lounge, $123.10, and a stay away from 52 Peachtree Street, Northeast.
Mr. McLean?
That is what we expected to hear, Your Honor. One of the 2 theft of services cases will require a class, and she understands that $123.10 goes to Anatolia. I'm sure that'll be paid through probation as restitution. The other amount, I've seen it before, but it's a lesser amount. Your Honor, we asked the court, because of these 2 restitutions and because of the class, to consider waiving some probation fees so that she financially can get that restitution paid quickly.
Okay, Ms. Cameron, it's my understanding that in case 21 CR 007933J, you wish to plead guilty to theft of service, and in position 10, case 22 CR 003925J, you wish to plead guilty to theft of service. Is that correct?
Yes.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning? You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with your counsel's representation? You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges, and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty? I'll accept the pleas as negotiated. Ms. Cameron, I'm not inclined to waive any probation fees, but I will have the probation terminate as soon as you complete the terms of the probation. So the sooner you get it done, the sooner you don't have to pay fees, and the sooner you're not on probation, okay?
So am I getting time served?
Yes, ma'am.
The jail portion of your sentence is time served. You'll be on probation with a financial obligation of $49 per month until you finish the class and the 2 restitutions. As soon as you get those 3 things done, the class and the 2 restitutions, then everything's over. You stay out of trouble for the next year.
Okay, but I will be released from jail.
Yes.
Okay.
If you have nothing else holding you, I don't believe you do.
All right, good luck to you, Ms. Cameron.
All right, thank you.
Okay, are we in need of a Russian interpreter this morning? If so, I believe that she is on the line, so just making everyone aware.
That's going to be in case number 22, Your Honor.
Okay.
Russian interpreters online. Well, this is okay.
Judge, we have on the probation calendar, positions 1 and 2, Mr. Martin.
I can answer. I know.
Good morning, Mr. Martin. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the probation revocation calendar that we are completing by video. Do you agree to have your case heard by video?
Oh, yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Yes, Officer Harris.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Martin was sentenced on May 4th of this year to 12 months to complete a behavioral health evaluation. As of today, Mr. Martin has not reported to our office. He has 8 months, 15 days remaining probation recommendations to continue him on probation and to complete the evaluation within the first 30 days upon his release.
What's the issue, Mr. McLean?
He had been in rehab, Your Honor, and at that time, he didn't get out in time to go do that evaluation. So 90 days in-house. For 90 days. It was in-house at Trinity for 90 days, apparently.
Oh, okay, all right.
If he could get out and get that evaluation done, I would go to Tin Park Place as soon as possible. You see if they can do that. Yeah, I'll write that down.
Okay, so I'm gonna continue you on probation, Mr. Martin, to get the BHET done, so, okay, make sure that you go as quickly as possible, especially within the first 30 days to get it done, okay?
Well, you'll be continued. Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Good luck to you, Mr. Martin.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. That concludes my business. May I be excused, Your Honor? Or we still
what
have
about-
Ms. Natasha Wright?
What about Robert White and Natasha Wright? I have
Natasha Wright wants the reset for 1 week.
okay, reset. What about Robert White?
Who's got Robert White?
I don't recall the Robert White, Your Honor.
Okay, let me make sure, Officer Harris. I have a Robert White on my as I don't know, it's position 1.
Yes, sir, right there.
Well, I'm not sure what this Ms. Champion, are you with me?
Yes, sir.
I have a probation revocation calendar, but it says 11 o'clock on today's date. Do we have a DV bench warrant? Maybe it's mislabeled for me. I'm not sure.
Probably the DVBW.
Yes, that's the DV calendar. It was mislabeled.
Okay, all right. So thank you. I appreciate that, Ms. Champion. So you are free to go, Officer Harris.
All right, you have a good one, Your Honor.
You too. Thank you.
Next, Judge, we have position number 25, Mr. Anthony Martin.
And this is going to be a plea.
It is, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. What position is this?
This is position 25, Mr. Anthony Martin.
Thank you.
Good morning, Mr. Martin. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Do you agree to have your case heard by video? Mr. Martin?
He said yes, Judge, very softly.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. You can place your hand down. Thank you. Mr. Walker?
Yes, Your Honor, there's gonna be a time served offered, credit for time served 24 hours, balance suspended with a stay away condition of 2124 Cheshire Bridge Road. That is an apartment complex, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. White?
Judge Reese asks you to accept the plea negotiated. He has been here since the 10th.
Mr. Martin, it's my understanding that in case 23 CR 005438C, you wish to plead guilty to loitering and prowling. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, Your Honor.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir, Your Honor.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Martin. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
Positions 28 and 29, Miller. You can mess with them.
And these are going to be pleas.
That's correct, Judge. They're also about just time served plea.
Good morning, Mr. Miller. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Do you agree to have your case heard by video? Thank you, Mr. Miller. Can you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, yes.
Okay, you can place your hand down. Thank you, sir. Mr. Walker?
Yes, Your Honor. In this case, it's going to be 12 months to serve, 30 days, credit for time served, 30 days. Balance suspended with the condition of a stay away. That location is 40 Mildred Place, Atlanta, Georgia. That is a private residence. For position 29, it's going to be 12 months to serve, 48 days, credit for time served, 24 days. Balance suspended with a stay away from the incident location. That address is 2484 Perry Boulevard. Here in Atlanta. That also is another private residence, Your Honor.
Mr. White?
Nothing further, Judge, just ask you to accept the plea.
Mr. Miller, it's my understanding that in case 23 CR 005231F, you wish to plead guilty to criminal trespass, and in case 23 CR 005338F, you wish to plead guilty to criminal trespass. Is that correct? I'm sorry, I'm getting some feedback. Was that a yes?
The next level, that is right behind this.
Okay. You've been are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning? Was that a no? I'm sorry. I can't hear it. I don't know if the court reporter can hear. Every time he talks, there is feedback from, I believe, courtroom 2.
No, it's not coming from our
No,
end. Somewhere that needs to be, someone needs to be muted.
I believe it was the South End, ACDC. I muted them.
Oh, okay, thank you. I apologize, Mr. Miller. Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with your counsel's representation?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges, and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
Okay, I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Miller. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good luck.
Position number 20, Mr. James.
This is also going to be a negotiated plea.
Yes, Judge.
Good morning, Mr. James. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Do you agree to have your case heard by video?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Can you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can put your hand down. Thank you, sir. Yes, Ms. Nimini.
Yes, Your Honor. The state is asking for 12 months to serve, 72 days, credit for time served, 36 days, 6 weeks of anger management, 40 hours of community service, a stay away from 2218 Goodby, Godby Road, College Park, and no further contact with Mr. Antoine Hollis.
Mr. White?
Judge, we just asked that you accept the plea as negotiated, and that once he completes all of the requirements of probation, his probation terminated.
Mr. James, it's my understanding that in case 23 CR 000103G, you wish to plead guilty to battery. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. James. As soon as you complete the terms, the probation is going to terminate. So the sooner you get it done, the sooner you won't be on probation, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you.
Position 21, Jeffries.
Also a negotiated plea.
Yes, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Jeffries. I'm Joe Derek Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Do you agree to have your case heard by video?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Can you raise your right hand for me?
Yes, sir.
Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yeah.
Okay, you can put your hand down. Thank you, Mr. Jeffries. Ms. Nimini?
Yes, Your Honor. The state is asking for 12 months probation, credit for time served, 16 days, a FFIP course, 40 hours of community service, and no further contact with Ms. Tarshia, Tarshia Lane, and an alcohol, drug evaluation treatment, Your Honor.
Mr. White?
Judge, same request, just asking that probation terminate upon completion of the requirements and that you accept the pleas negotiated.
Mr. Jeffries, it's my understanding that in case 23 CR 005459E, you wish to plead guilty to simple battery family violence. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No.
Okay, I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Jeffries. As soon as you complete the terms of the probation, it's going to terminate. So the sooner you get it done, the sooner you're not going to be on probation, okay?
Sure.
All right, good luck to you, Mr. Jeffries.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Y'all, position number 3, Mr. Barnes.
Okay, this is also going to be a plea.
Correct.
Yes, good morning, Mr. Barnes. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Do you agree to have your case heard by video? Unmute 5 South, please.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. Can you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can place your hand down. Thank you, Mr. Barnes. Yes, Ms. Nimini.
Your Honor, the state is asking for 12 months probation, 6-week anger management, 40 hours of community service, and a stay away from MARTA. Have to look and see how many days he's served. Give me 1 second.
What? Okay, looking for something.
Yeah.
My Odyssey's acting weird, so I don't know exactly how many days he served, Your Honor.
Do we know how many days he served, Mr. Coleman?
I do not. 1 second, let me see if I can find it in my paperwork. I believe he's been here since August 29th. So that would be 28 days.
So 12 months to serve 28 days, credit for time served 28 days, balance probated?
Correct.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Coleman. You can proceed. Anything further, Mr. Coleman?
I would like to inquire, I have his booking screen here. Does Mr. Barnes have any other cases aside from this? Is there anything else holding him?
Who's that question directed to?
I guess to the case manager.
I can check, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Walker.
But other than that, as far as this case is concerned, we would ask that the court accept the plea as negotiated. We will request that the probation either terminate or go non-reporting once Mr. Barnes has completed the anger management classes and the community service. We would also request that probation fees be waived for a period of time. Also, is there a time limit on the suspension for MARTA?
No.
Mr. Coleman, I'm just gonna have him abide by any active MARTA suspensions, okay?
Thank you.
Your Honor, Mr. Barnes recently took a plea in reference to the same charge with damaging MARTA property. It happened within, what was the last one? I think he took a plea like last week. Yeah, for damaging a MARTA bus. So we are asking a stay away because he has a history with MARTA, and I don't see any active suspensions, but first case, he damaged the bus. And then the second case, this case, he damaged another bus. shattering there's issues with MARTA. So the state is asking for a stay away.
Okay. What do you have, what last week's, with the terms of the probation for last week's case?
It was to comply with MARTA suspensions.
Okay, and so you all knew that he had another case pending, so I'm still gonna have him comply with all MARTA suspensions in this case. Let's see, anything further? Mr.
No,
Coleman?
I just want to know again, if this is the only other case that Mr. Barnes has, or is there something else holding him? The reason I'm asking is because I have a file for him in my office, which had a total of 3 cases. This case, another case which he is not being held on, and then there was a third matter. I don't know if that third matter was the case that was handled last week, or if there's something else out there that's possibly coming up on another calendar.
He currently has no holds other than this case.
Okay, so he should be released once his plea is done today.
Correct.
All right, thank you.
Okay, anything further, Mr. Coleman?
Nothing further. Just stipulate to a factual basis as well as venue and ID.
Barnes, it's my understanding that in case 23 CR 005471G, you wish to plead guilty to criminal trespass and damage to property. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, sir, I'm not.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, Your Honor, I am.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, I understand.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
I will accept the plea. Mr. Barnes, the sentence will be 12 months to serve, 28 days, credit for time served, 28 days, 6 weeks of anger management, 40 hours of community service. Abide by any active MARTA suspensions. I'm not inclined to waive any fees, but I will have the probation terminate when you complete the terms. So the sooner you get it done, the sooner you won't have to pay probation fees, and the sooner you won't be on probation, okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, good luck to you, Mr. Barnes.
Thank you.
Position number 32, Mr. Robinson.
Judge, we're just entering, not guilty. Please that.
Okay, so do you want me to arraign him, or you're gonna follow waive?
We can, you can arraign him and we'll waive formal reading.
Okay. Good morning, Mr. Robinson. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Do you agree to have your case heard by video? Thank you. Can you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yeah.
Okay, you can put your hand down. Thank you, Mr. Robinson. You've been charged in case 23 CR 005478A with simple battery. This charge carries with it a maximum penalty of 12 months in jail and or $1,000 fine. My understanding, Mr. White, is that you're waiving formal reading of the accusation. Is that correct?
That's correct, Judge.
How do you plead, Mr. Robinson? Guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
We will record your not guilty plea. Your case will be returned to the division judge, and you'll get notification of your next hearing date. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
I do have a quick announcement. Judge
Okay.
Morrow, for position number 23, they refused. This is on the regular calendar.
Okay. 23. Let's see, would you like me to reset that till when, counsel? Who's representing Mr. Lucier?
I mean, it would have been me, Judge, but I haven't spoken.
Oh, you haven't spoken with him?
And he's had, Mr. McLean's had interactions with him before, and he would not speak with Mr. McLean. So your guess is as good as mine. Next Tuesday?
Okay. Do we need to have a social worker visit with him? Do we need to see if? Okay, so why don't we do that? I'm going to reset him for October 3rd. If you all wouldn't mind having a social worker visit with him so that we can.
No.
Oh, okay. I appreciate it. Good to see you today.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. We can not process the case if
Yeah.
No objection.
No objection.
Okay. All right, thank you, Mr. Walker.
Your Honor, position number 15,
Okay.
Mr. Dawson.
18, okay.
15-15.
Let's see, Mr. Hawkins, position 18,
Position number 15, 15.
oh, 15.
That's good.
Mr. Dawson, okay. And that is gonna be a plea this morning?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Dawson. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Do you agree to have your case heard by video?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Can you raise your right hand for me?
Yes, sir.
Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can put your hand down. Thank you, Mr. Dawson. Yes, Ms. Nemini.
Yes, Your Honor. The state is requesting for time served, balance suspended, and give me 1 second. Yeah. Yeah. So time served for the 19 days and then the balance suspended. And then I wanted a stay away. Give me 1 second. Disregard the stay away.
Okay.
Your Honor, we'd ask that the court accept the plea as negotiated. We stipulate to a factual basis as well as venue and ID.
All right. Mr. Dawson, it's my understanding that in case 22 CR 008538F, you wish to plead guilty to theft by shoplifting. Is that correct?
No, sir. I didn't have anything really. I was sitting down drinking, really. I was drinking my
Okay, hold on, Mr. Dawson, let me just say you have a right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. My question, I understand that you might want to explain things to me, but my question just requires a yes or no answer, okay? So if you need to talk to Mr. Coleman, I'm happy to give you that opportunity, but I don't want you to say anything that's going to get you into any trouble, all right? Okay, so my question to you was, do you wish to plead guilty to this theft by shoplifting charge, sir?
I say, no, sir. I don't plead guilty at all. No, I'm not guilty at all.
Okay, so in that case, Mr. Coleman, do you want an opportunity to speak with him this morning, or would you like me to reset him? Or
If they could just have him call courtroom too, I'll speak to him briefly.
okay, and just just let him know that this is a time served plea, and I'm not sure if he has anything else holding him or not, but I'll give you the opportunity to speak with him, Mr. Coleman.
Thank you.
Hey, what's the extension?
So
your number?
What's that extension number?
404-612-2392. And real quick, Judge Morrow, I just want to let you know we're completed here in courtroom 2, so the remaining of the positions will be from the floors.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Your Honor.
Yes.
He said he wishes to plead guilty. He said he didn't understand your question.
Oh, okay. Mr. Coleman?
I was trying to get out there.
I'm ready.
Okay.
We can continue.
All right, very good. So, Mr. Dawson, my question to you was that you wish to plead guilty to theft by shoplifting. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Dawson. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
Your Honor, position number 22, Mr. Kusan.
This is also going to be a negotiated plea.
That's good. Tucson's position. Okay, this guy's not under it. Yes, Judge.
Yes, good morning, Mr. Kusan. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Do you agree to have your case heard by video? Can you hear me?
Здравствуйте, господин Хусан. Я русский переводчик, я буду вас переводить. Это слушание будет проходить по видеозаписи. Скажите, пожалуйста, вы согласны, чтобы ваше дело рассматривалось как видеозапись?
Yes. Да.
Yes.
Okay, and I'm sorry, I was unaware that this was the gentleman in need of the Russian interpreter. So thank you, ma'am. Do you swear or affirm that you will translate from Russian to English and English to Russian to the best of your ability?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and you can place your hand down. And Mr. White, you've already spoken with Mr. Kusan, and he's ready to proceed with the plea.
I have, Judge, and he speaks English fairly well, so we just have the interpreter here is so overabundance of precaution, so.
Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and use the interpreter since we have her, if that's okay with everyone, so that no one gets confused. Okay. And Mr. Kusan, if you can raise your right hand for me.
Мистер Хусан, поднимите, пожалуйста, вашу правую руку.
Do you swear from the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Скажите, вы клянетесь в том, что все, что вы сейчас скажете в суде, будет правдой, и только правда, и ничего, кроме правды? Yes.
You can place your hand down.
Можете опустить руку.
Ms. Nemini?
Yes, Your Honor. The state is asking for 12 months probation, credit for time served 23 days, 60 hours of community service, no further contact with Officer Dadswell, and 6 weeks of anger management.
Прокурор запрашивает пробацию 12 месяцев, 23 дня будет использоваться как кредит, то, что вы уже отбыли. Также 60 часов community service, и также, чтобы вы не приближались к определенному человеку, и 6 недель вы должны пройти класс по укрощению злости, anger management.
Хорошо.
Okay.
Yes, Mr. White.
We accept the plea as negotiated and as it is probation terminated upon completion of requirements.
Он принимает все условия, пробация будет закончена после того, как будут соблюдены все остальные условия.
Хорошо.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Kusan, it's my understanding that in case 23 CR 005349G, you wish to plead guilty to simple battery against a police officer and obtaining unlawful entry into MARTA.
Скажите, господин Хусан, по делу 23 CR 005349G вы хотите отвечать в суде, что вы виноваты в избиении полицейского и то, что вы пытались проникнуть в Марту без разрешения? Yes.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
Скажите, утром вы находитесь под влиянием каких-либо наркотиков или алкоголя?
Нет, у меня дети, семья.
No, I have children and I have a family. No.
Okay. You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Скажите, ваши права представлял адвокат. Вы удовлетворены его услугами?
Да, да.
Yes, yes.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges, and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Вы понимаете, что у вас есть право запросить суд присяжных по тем пунктам обвинения, в которых вас обвиняют. И то, что вы хотите сейчас отвечать в суде «я виноват», вы отказываетесь от этого права.
Я могу сказать, пускай включат камеру, я полиции руки даже не поднимал, он сам первый поднял.
I just wanted to add, you know, I even did not raise my hand to the police
Oh.
officers. He started first.
Okay, I just need a yes or no answer.
Мне нужно просто ответ да или нет.
Если он... Нет, я не избивал полицию.
No, I did not. I did not hit a police officer.
Я даже спросил супервайзера, дайте камеры, откройте камеры, будем смотреть, кто первый начал избивать. Они первые начали меня бить.
I actually requested a supervisor, could you please provide me video footage so we will see who initiated.
Okay, so
They
what I'm gonna,
started first.
I'm going to entertain a bond motion. I remember Mr. Kushan from first appearance. And this is the same thing that he maintained in first appearance. What is the current bond?
Я сейчас буду обсуждать условия залога. Я помню, когда вы появились первый раз здесь. И скажите, в данный момент какая сумма залога?
It's 1,000 surety, Your Honor.
Okay,
$1000, Ваша честь.
Mr. White, I'm gonna, if you want me to, I am going to entertain a bond modification in this case. If you don't want me to, I won't, but if you want me to, I will.
Judge, I mean, we would love for him to be granted the signature bond. He has been in jail 21 days or 23 days at this point.
Okay. I issued this bond, and I remember Mr. Kushan's case. I'm going to modify that bond by making it a signature bond through the jail. So if you can, with all the conditions on the original bond, and if you'll get those conditions, Mr. White, and make those changes for me, please.
Certainly, Judge.
And I also want you, if you want to talk to him now while you have him, Mr. White, given that I remembered his case, I was not going to require him to do the 6 weeks of anger management. I was only going to require him to do the 60 hours of community service.
Okay.
Because again, I remembered him from first appearance. So that was going to be my order, but either or, if he wants a bond modification, I'm willing to give him a signature bond through the jail.
And Judge, I guess I can talk to him this way, or we could have him call the courtroom here, probably be the easiest.
Does anybody have a laptop there that you can use, Mr. White?
We don't, Judge.
No? Okay. I'm reticent to shut down court by giving you all a.
They can call directly to 2392 and I can speak with them on the phone while you guys move on to something.
Okay, and you'll be able to talk with him properly without the interpreter?
I believe so, Judge.
Okay.
We spoke about Bond yesterday. He's pretty good with English. He speaks 4 languages.
Okay, so I'm gonna have him, Madam Interpreter, if you'll just hold on for me, please.
Okay.
I'm going to have Attorney White speak with Mr. Kusan by phone, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Your Honor, he does have a hold for Sandy Springs also.
Okay.
We're aware of that, Judge. We
Okay.
it's a traffic issue.
All right, so I will release him to that hold regardless. Okay, so Madam Interpreter, please hang on for me. And if 5 South, if we can get him to a phone to speak with Attorney White, please.
Yes, Your Honor.
Position number 31, Mr. Redding. He'll be up shortly. Let me just go ahead and give these people a call. He said 2392?
21. I thought they said.
I thought you said 41.
Oh, 41, that'd be
No, 31, 31.
31. We've already won. We waited. Oh, wait. 31.
I had reset jail jury.
Yeah, it's reset jail jury.
Reset jail jury is 31.
Well, that's all I have until I go to the next floor. So, I mean, if y'all want to talk to him right now, I mean, it will be, might as well use what we got right here. A breakout, because I guess I'm the only one, and I got 2 more people.
Okay. So can we put courtroom 2 and 5 South and just in case, Madam Interpreter, into a breakout room, please?
Okay.
Do y'all know what the date that he got reset for, Mr. Redden? Position 31?
It's reset jail jury.
Okay.
So there's a waiver filed for position 31?
We'll get one.
Okay.
Your Honor, I have position 18 and position 43. Jerome Parker.
Officer Milton, unfortunately, we're in recess because courtroom 2 has gone into a breakout room. So I'll get back with you as soon as I can.
Okay, so the two gentlemen are here.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we'll be in recess until courtroom 2 comes back. Do an announcement, Mr. White. Mr. White?
Sorry, Judge. I was muted and didn't know that. We're good with the signature bond.
Okay, so if you'll get that prepared for the court, we'll get it entered.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay,
Slava Ukraine.
and thank you, Madam Interpreter. We appreciate your help this morning.
You're very welcome, Your Honor. Have a wonderful day.
You do the same, ma'am.
Thank you. До свидания.
No, do you have any?
Okay, let's see.
Not you personally, but.
Oh, no, I don't have like bond, I don't have like some, no, I don't. No, I don't.
Yeah, I got it on the laptop. I can just send you.
Okay.
Mr. Coleman,
Yes.
To say that.
are you handling positions 12 and 13, Mr. Campbell? And if so, is that going to be a waiver?
Yes, that's gonna be a waiver on 12 and 13.
Okay, 12 and 13 waivers.
Do you need position number, Mr. Kusan anymore?
No, have a good day, sir. You're getting a signature bond.
You too.
Question, can I
Thank you.
bring up position number 31, and y'all explain that to him? About
Okay,
his reset?
okay.
We're at 31.
I did.
Yeah, I guess he needs, to explain what he's doing.
Is he on the floor?
Yeah, I guess that's him.
Do you want to explain that to him, Mr. Coleman? Or there's a waiver file for position 31, is that right?
That was Mr. White's client.
Yes, we're entering not guilty. We can go ahead and arraign him. Probably
Okay.
the way formal reading.
Okay. Good morning, Mr. Redding. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Do you agree to have your case heard by video?
So, and he was muted.
We're doing this by video, sir. Is that okay with you?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Can you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear from the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can put your hand down. Thank you, Mr. Redding. You've been charged in case 23 CR 005477A with simple battery. This charge carries with it a maximum penalty of 12 months in jail and/or $1,000 fine. It's my understanding, Mr. White, that you're waiving formal reading of the accusation. Is that correct?
That's correct.
How do you plead, Mr. Redding? Guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
We will record your not guilty plea. Your case will be returned to the division judge and you'll get notification of your next hearing date. Good luck to you, sir.
Hey, Judge, excuse me, sir.
Yes, sir.
When that court date will be, though, sir?
I'm not sure at this point, Mr. Redding. So your case is going to go back to the division judge, to another judge, and they're going to send you out notification of when that date will be. But I'm not sure at this point in time. I'm sure that Mr. White will be in touch with you.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay. On position number 18, is that also, whose case is that?
That's my
Mr.
case. That is reset jail jury. I believe I filed a waiver.
Okay, I just want to make sure. Waivers filed in position number 18 for Mr. Hawkins. And what about for position 30, Chastis Nixon? I just have reset.
Judge, he refused to come to the window. And,
Okay.
So I guess we'll just reset him to next Tuesday or Thursday.
Okay, reset for October 3rd, next Tuesday. Thank you, Mr. White.
Thank you, Judge.
Let's see, I know we have 2 people at ACDC. I don't know if we have anybody there that can bring them forward, though.
That probably is Mr. Screen and Mr. Wilburn. That probably is, in other words, number 39 and number 43. That are
Okay. So as soon as we get somebody at ACDC, we'll get those 2. What about position 4 and 5? Mr. Barrett.
That was also reset jail jury.
Okay, so there's a waiver, positions 4 and 5.
Yes.
Okay.
That sounded like a question.
37 and 38, is he still outsourced? Do we know? I've got outsourced to Oconee County. Has anyone spoken with Mr. Simmons?
We have not been told at what point he would zoom in, if at all. Or be transported physically.
Okay, what about position 41, Willie Solomon?
He was not found by the jail staff yesterday. They had the computer saying that he was in what's called central hold, but every time they went over to central hold to eyeball the place, they said there are no males in here. So
I have his jail screen pulled up. It said he was released on 9/20 at 1:45 a.m.
That would be interesting. Okay.
Let me see if there's a bonding company. Yeah, there is a anytime bonding company listed. So he posted bond.
Okay, so he released?
Released. Usually in the past, they are really on top of the releases, but interesting.
So,
34 once released. We knew that one. Yeah.
Who's representing the DV calendar today?
Your Honor, we haven't spoken to him yet. We have not reached out on the telephone that's in.
Do you have his number, Mr. McLean?
We need to look into Odyssey. We can use one of these. We don't have a laptop with us, but we can use one of these desktops. If Mr. Walker has a phone number at Odyssey you want to shoot through chat, that'd be great.
You want me to help find your defendants? Is that what you're asking?
He's already dismissed one case today, so.
Hey, we're doing pretty well with Mr. Walker. Thank you.
What do they even do?
You're gonna, Mr. Walker?
Yes,
If you keep it up, you're gonna give up your Grinch status.
I know.
We are getting close, countdown to Christmas. Okay, so I guess we'll be in recess until I have that we still have not dealt with 37, 38, 43, and 43. I'm not sure who we have at ACDC, if there are any of these numbers, but.
Your Honor, number 43, I can make that fairly short. We had planned on pleading not guilty. Bond is moot because he's already out on this. He has another thing that he's in jail for right now, and it would be inappropriate for us to enter not guilty on this as long as that one's open. So it's just planning on reaching his other attorney. The other attorney charge that decision. So that's basically a waiver. We could file a waiver of presence. We could do a waiver of arraignment.
Okay, let's see who's at ACDC first, because I'm not really sure who's there. And if he's here, I can go ahead and arraign him if you want me to. If not, then we can file a waiver.
Your Honor, I have Mr. Hawkins, Jerome Hawkins, position 18. Mr. Hawkins, come on up.
Okay. That's a waiver has been filed in Mr. Hawkins's case. So good morning, Mr. Hawkins. Your case is going to be returned to the division judge and you'll get notification of your next hearing date, sir.
Thank you.
All right. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
And who do we have next at ACDC, Officer Milton?
Position 43, Roberto Wilburn. Come on up, Mr. Berto.
That's Mr. Wilburn. And so Mr. Screen is not on the video.
Okay, do you want me to arraign him this morning? Mr.
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. We'll waive
Okay.
formal reading.
Mr. Wilburn, good morning. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Do you agree to have your case heard by video?
Yes.
Thank you. Can you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay, you can put your hand down. Thank you, Mr. Wilburn. You've been charged in case 21 CR 006384G with loitering and prowling. This charge carries with it a maximum penalty of 12 months in jail and/or $1,000 fine. It's my understanding, Mr. McLean, that you waive formal reading of the accusation. Is that correct?
We do? Yes.
How do you plead, Mr. Wilburn? Guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
We will record your not guilty plea. Your case will be returned to the division judge and you'll get notification of your next hearing date. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. We appreciate it, Officer
All right.
Wilson.
Am I missing anybody?
I think that covers it. We only have Mr. Rashawn Simmons. And it's my understanding that Mr. Simmons is outsourced to Oconee County. I'm not sure. What do we want to do with Mr. Simmons? Do we want to reset him?
We're just gonna have to reset them, it looks like.
Okay. So we'll reset, since it's 12 months to serve is the offer, we'll reset him for next Tuesday, October 3rd. Okay?
Very good. Mhm.
Mr. McLean, check your chat, please.
Okay, let's get that mouse to work. We were complaining about our mouse earlier.
Probably get it better for it.
Thank you.
What happened with her?
It's the phone number. Okay, hold up there.
Okay, great. 973. Thank you.
Okay, so I believe that completes the state all-purpose calendar while we're waiting for the
Well, you know-
11 o'clock.
Your Honor,
Yes.
number 39, I'm not sure, Valente's screen.
That's a conflict case. I believe that's what Ms. McLeod announced on.
Right, that was reset for October 3rd.
I was not aware of the conflict, so he's got a couple, okay, very good. I'll inform the people that are on Zoom that is not going to be my client and that Maureen McLeod will be the person to contact.
Okay,
My mistake. Thank you.
no, you're fine, Mr. McLean. So let's see. Are we all in agreement now that completes the 9 o'clock state all-purpose calendar? Have we taken up everyone?
Yes, Mr. Solomon, we reset, I believe, didn't we?
He was released.
He was released.
He was released, so I'm just gonna X that out. Thank you.
Okay.
We're done on SAP. We sure are.
Okay, so while we're waiting for the 11 o'clock DV calendar, Ms. Champion, can we go through the state all-purpose calendar? When you're ready?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Position number 1 is reset SAP 10-3. Position number 2, reset SAP 10-3. Position number 3 was a plea. Position number 4, reset further notice jail jury. Position number 5, reset further notice jail jury. Position number 6, reset further notice jail jury. Position number 7 was a plea. Position number 8 was null pros. Position number 9 was a plea. Position number 10 was a plea. Position number 11 was a null pros. Position number 12, reset further notice jail jury. Position number 13, reset further notice jail jury. Position number 14 was a plea. Position number 15 was a plea. Position number 16 was a non-negotiated plea. Position number 17, reset further notice jail jury. Position number 18, reset further notice jail jury. Position number 19, reset further notice jail jury. Position number 20 was a plea. 21 was a plea. Position 22 was amended bond of $1,000 SOB through the jail. Position number 23 was a non-pros. Position number 24, reset SAP 10-3. Position 25 was a plea. Position 26, reset SAP 10-5. Position 27, reset SAP 10-5. Position 28 was a plea. Position 29 was a plea. Position 30, reset SAP 10-3. Position 31, reset further notice jail jury. Position 32, reset further notice jail jury. Position 33, reset further notice jail jury. Position 34, reset further notice defendant was released. Position 35 was a plea. Position 36 was a non-pros. Position 37, reset SAP 10-3. Position 38, reset SAP 10-3. Position 39, reset SAP 10-3. Position 40 was a plea. Position 41, reset further notice defendant release. Position 42, reset SAP 10-3. Position 43, reset further notice jail jury. Position 44, reset further notice jail jury. And position 45, reset further notice jail jury. Any questions?
No question.
Government then.
Thank you, Ms. Champion. And let's see, have we been able to get Mr. White's number?
I sent it over, Your Honor. I think he's on the phone now.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Walker. We will be in recess until Mr. White joins us.
And courtroom 2, you might want to mute yourself.
Gianna?
Yes.
All right, position number 45, 4 and 5. Mr. Reddy. Hold on. Mr. Barrett. 4 and 5.
Okay. Mr. Barrett's case is going to be returned to the division judge and he'll get notification of his next hearing date. A waiver has been filed in those cases.
All right.
Thank you.
I think I got one more person. I think
Who is that?
Position number 39.
Position 39. And his case is also is being reset until next Tuesday, October 3rd, from his request of counsel.
That's all for me then, John.
All right, very good. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
All right.
Your Honor, Mr. Robert White is trying to get on Zoom early.
Okay, thank you. Has Mr. White joined us? I see a Samsung. I'm not sure if that's him or not.
Does Samsung SM hear us? Connecting to audio now. There we go.
Yeah.
Is this Mr. White on the Samsung?
It just needs to unmute now. If he's connected to audio, it just needs to now unmute.
They said the conference will count on Thursday, right? I wouldn't have many gonna be-
Oh, there's a Robert White right there. Where'd he go? There he is.
Okay. Good morning, Mr. White. Can you hear me? You have to unmute yourself, sir.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, good morning, Mr. White. Let's see. Mr. Walker, I take it that Mr. White missed the court date?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. White missed the plea and arraignment in front of Judge Besson on February 18th of 2021. Of course, it's the state's position that it's the defendant's responsibility to update any change of address with the clerk of court and to make it to all court proceedings. That did not happen in this instance, so we ask the division warrant is not set aside.
Mr. McLean?
Your Honor, I spoke with Mr. White briefly and asked him about his background. He tells me that he has very little in the way of trouble with law, and he's never had an FTA anyway. Also, the reason for missing court had to do with, what was that you said, Mr. White, about?
Yes, sir. I was staying in the extended stay.
Staying in the extended stay hotel. And
yes, sir.
The address wasn't much good.
Okay, does he have a updated address at the present time, Mr. McLean?
How stable is your current address? Real good mail delivery?
I've updated my current address with clerk's office.
Right. That is the procedure that got you on this calendar.
Yes, sir.
Is
okay.
That address that you gave a really good mailing address?
Yes, sir. That's a good mailing address. Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm going to call you after court today and also give you another couple of tips on how to never miss court.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. White, is this court's procedure and policy that I will give you one opportunity? So you've used up your one opportunity now. If you miss court again, the bench warrant's not going to be set aside. Okay, so you have to make sure that that you stay in touch with the court and that you attend all hearings. So I'll set this one aside, but if there's another one, it won't be set aside. You understand me?
Yes, sir. Totally understand.
Okay, very good, Mr. White. You have a good rest of your day. If you'll prepare that for me, Mr. McLean, we'll get it signed and entered. If I'm not mistaken, that completes the calendars for this morning. Anything further from anyone?
Nothing, Your Honor. There will be a delay because I'll do that from 100 Peachtree Street as soon as I get over there, but I'll probably grab a bite on the way.
All right. What are you going to be doing, Mr. Walker?
I'll be very, very busy. Very busy.
All right. So I will see you all on Thursday. If you will make sure to get your paperwork in, and Mr. Champion, so that I can get that signed and returned to the jail. And other than that, you all have a good rest of your day. I appreciate it all.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.